So today we are once again drinking our hot crises for the holiday season and our Christmas episode. But Sam and I have hot crises that are 2% bird.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Did you put eggs in them?
We made it with wild turkey bourbon.
Oh my god.
It's bird bourbon.
It's wild turkey bourbon.
I resent
Bourbon.
This drink is a hot crisis turkey.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
The superpower is hot. The
The
noun
superpower
is
is
a crisis.
It's a hot
The
crisis
bird is a
turkey.
That sounds like a real thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So what is in your hot crisis, Sophie? Tell the people.
Wow.
Other than the turkey.
Sam made it, so I could be wrong, but it appears that there is lemon, hot water,
Yep.
2% wild turkey bourbon,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
and then maple syrup,
Yeah.
because maple syrup is what makes it a hot crisis and not a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Syrup is only for crises.
Yeah.
Honey is too calming.
That's how we make it Canadian, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Those accents.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
All right. Let's do the episode. My crisis is getting lukewarm.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Midlight Christmas! Yay!
Yay!
It is our much anticipated 14th annual Christmas episode.
14th?
I don't know. Who can count?
Not me.
Not you.
What does annual even mean? Like twice a year? Every week
Yeah.
of a year? Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Normally, this is where we all introduce ourselves with our randomly generated. Well, for the normal episodes, it's whatever book we're reading. But for the Christmas episodes, it's normally a Hallmark rom-com title generator.
Yeah.
But those aren't good.
No.
They're
No.
bad.
Yeah.
So, I would like you guys to... I need you to navigate into the random name generator we have.
Oh no, what have you done?
Oh no, has she taken her Excel powers to a dark place?
Oh no, she's done something terrible.
And I need you to go to the other tab.
Oh my god.
I feel like teaching Sophie Excel things has made her too powerful.
It was
Yeah.
a mistake.
Sophie shouldn't be allowed to have Excel power.
No.
Certainly not the power to randomly generate things. Today,
What the fuck is that?
you have to stop clicking through while I'm trying to introduce it.
I didn't click it. Someone else clicked it, but it gave me the best one, and I'm not changing
Today,
it.
we're doing a Christmas action adventure rom-com. So I had to make a generator where it was just action adventure movie titles with one Christmas word in them.
So funny.
I'm really excited.
So everyone's allowed to click through a couple times because we're only going to be able to use this once. So I want everyone to pick like a good one that you really like.
Oh my god, I almost cried.
Here's what I think we'll do. I think pick one to introduce yourself with, and then I think we just read a couple out loud after.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Okay. We have all now picked our action-adventure Christmas rom-com title for this season. So, to introduce ourselves, I am one of your hosts, Sophie. And today, the action-adventure holiday rom-com that I'm watching is The Revenge of Ornament Revenge.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching.
The Revenge of Ornament.
What about you guys? Who are you and what are you watching?
I am your other host, Sam, and I am watching the Christmas action-packed movie of The Mummy 4, Chase for the Elf in the Dark.
Ooh.
Wow, I love that Mummy movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
it's the best
too.
Brendan
one.
Fraser did such a good job.
He did.
He chased that elf
Truly.
He
so
chased
fast.
that elf in the
Chased
dark
that elf
so
real good.
Yeah.
My favorite part where it was where it was in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't see
Yeah.
anything but the little jingle bells on his shoes.
On
Yeah.
his shoes.
Ominously jingling in the dark.
I'm your other host. My name is Hannah, and tonight I will be watching 007, Serpent's Christmas Miracle Revenge.
Serpent's Christmas Miracle Revenge.
Which is really good. It's a James,
That's really good.
my favorite James Bond movie.
That is my favorite James Bond movie. Wow. Well, I put like a solid hour into this generator, so I think we should just read a couple more out loud. Anyone wanna go?
So the cool thing about this randomizer is when anyone clicks it, it changes it for everyone.
Yeah.
So while Sam was getting her name, it gave me the extremely good Mission Impossible Extreme Jingle Justice.
Oh, that's good.
Extreme jingle justice.
Extreme Jingle Justice.
Oh, that's so good.
What a
Extreme
good
jingle
randomizer.
justice. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Indiana Jones and the Terminal Yuletide of Hell.
Oh my god!
That one's good. I got 007 Iron Tinsel.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I think
That one just
tinsel-
sounds like a real thing.
I think tinsel specifically is not made of iron.
No.
Yeah.
Was it historically tin?
I
just-
assume so.
I just got Ocean's 25, Heroes of the Jingle Bell Conquest.
Oh, I got Double Noel of Destiny.
Ooh,
Double
that one's
Noel
good.
Destiny.
Double Noel.
Honestly, I was having a really good time with this, but I was like, man, something's missing. And then I added the column where you can make it a sequel to a well-known franchise, and that really kicked it up a notch.
It's really good.
Die Hard, Eternal Yuletide Glory. That sounds
Oh.
real.
It does sound real. What about John Wick 8, Fist of Candy Cane Storm?
Extreme Carol Mission. Wow.
I've Rogue Mistletoe Outlaw.
Sorry, it was Mission Impossible Extreme Carol Mission.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
The redundancy is how you know it's good.
Yeah. Oh, man. Thunder Mistletoe. Okay, anyway, I'm good.
Inferno Gingerbread Vengeance. I think that's a Shrek sequel now.
I think it probably is.
Yeah.
Wow. What a good generator I made.
Yeah.
Just, I'm...
Wait, no. Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
It went away. It went away, but I did get Mad Max triple eggnog in the dark.
Oh, I got National Treasure 5, Falcon Snowflake of Hell.
Falcon Snowflake of Hell.
Oh my god, that's Maximum Ride.
Midnight Eggnog Retribution.
That's just diarrhea.
That's just diarrhea.
Oh.
I'm gonna call it that from now on, though.
So, as we do every year at this time of year, we make a script. We come up with the idea for a script. We don't go so far as to make the script. Let's not be
No.
absurd. we come up with the idea for a holiday rom-com that could be made by Hallmark, based loosely upon some concepts in the books we're reading. You might remember such classics as Christmas Dragon LLC. What a good one.
What a good one. Unionize your workplace this Christmas.
Unionize your workplace this Christmas, and with a dragon. So, because we're reading Maximum Ride at this current time, we are hoping to make a Christmassy rom-com that is also an action-adventure. And some sort of genetically engineered bird person, I think, is just all we're going to include.
Yeah, probably.
It can't be magic. It can't be, right, it has to be...
It
They
has to
have
be science.
genetically engineered.
Yeah.
Yes. So, as always, we've each brought one aspect to this. I have brought a fairy tale on which to build this story. I just need everyone to know I was having a hard time with a fairy tale that I thought would be good.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm running out of Christmas stories.
Yeah.
And I very nearly just showed up with the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Oh my god. I mean, it would be apropos.
Where you just gotta put a bunch of birds in here somehow. There really is no plot, though. So
No.
I didn't do that. So, unfortunately, what I did do is I decided that we just have to do the 12 Dancing Princesses.
Oh.
Because Max talked about it.
Ah. Is it a Christmas?
It's not Christmas, but
Oh,
neither
okay.
was any other fairy tale that I was trying to come up with.
That's fair. I was thinking you were gonna do, like, Frosty the Snowman or something.
No, I learned my lesson from last year, and I'm not just going to do an already existing movie.
Smart, yeah.
And I didn't want to do the Little Match Girl.
Yeah.
That's too sad.
I was like, is she gonna say it?
Well, I looked up, like, The Night Before Christmas. Like, look, we're really getting a hard time here.
Yeah, we're scraping the bottom of the eggnog barrel here.
Yeah, scraping the bottom of the eggnog retribution. For everyone who's forgotten, the 12 Dancing Princesses is a fairy tale in which a king locks his 12 daughters away every night, but in the morning, they very clearly have left the house to go party. And he's like, what the hell? So in pretty much every version of the fairy tale, it says he promises part of his kingdom and each of his daughters to anyone who can solve the mystery. And I'm like, are you promising
Yuck.
all 12 of your daughters to the same guy?
Yeah, wait.
Cool.
Each?
Cool. And then a bunch of people get beheaded for not figuring it out.
Uh-huh.
And then one guy is like, I'll figure it out. And then he almost also is beheaded until a wise old lady is like, dude, don't let them trick you. And he's like, oh, that's so smart. And so he doesn't eat the food or drink the water, which were drugged. Who could have believed it?
Whoa.
And then he manages to sneak after the princesses, who go to a rad party with 12 princes all night. And then they come back and he's like, you'll never guess what happened. And then he gets to pick which daughter he wants to marry. The end. But look, I feel like we can keep some parts of that fairy tale and not keep other parts.
Minimal beheadings, I think, for our rom-com.
Yeah, like in my opinion, I think we keep the part where people go out dancing all night, or maybe there's a mystery, or maybe people are locked up, and then we don't really keep the part about a dad selling his daughter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, we open to interpretation, but I feel like that is the fairy tale I've chosen, and so now you guys have to deal with it.
Nice.
And that means it's your turn to tell me what you brought and what I have to deal with.
So our romantic trope is my least favorite, but you can't do an action adventure.
Miley?
What?
Oh, no, I thought you said Miley's favorite, and I'm like, who the hell is Miley?
Oh, my
Oh.
least
Got it. Mhm.
favorite.
The crisis is already hitting my brain, guys.
Yeah. But you can't have a holiday action movie with a romantic subplot in it without this trope, because it's really the only one that exists, because they do it over the span of sometimes 3 days.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
that
no.
is insta-love.
No!
No.
Wow.
But I'm not wrong, right?
Damn it.
I feel like my brain called you out, because as soon as you said it's my least favorite, my brain provided like 6 or 7 tropes that I know you don't like.
Oh.
I was like, is it going to be a third act breakup?
Oh.
Is it going to be?
No, because the third act breakup is like a thing in itself,
Yes.
I feel.
Yeah.
Because the romantic trope is supposed to be how they get started. So,
It's true.
Yeah.
And this is deeply your least favorite.
Honestly, I think I've read too many contemporary Christmas rom-coms now that I'm not as against it as I used to be. I think if it's done right, it can be okay. I just find in YA it's not super done well, but I think that's because it's just teenagers being teenagers, which is completely fair, and that's how teenagers act, and I'm just not young enough to appreciate that anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's where my biggest issue is with it. If an author does it right, it's not terrible. But it has to be done right, and it can so easily be done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. Like, hypothetically, in some books we've read on this podcast.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait for our 12 Dancing Princesses Insta-Love.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Well, I bring another trope to the table. A story trope, I suppose.
I was gonna say, you always act like we just crowbarred yours in, but you bring the story trope.
Yeah, I think as my first one was found family, which is just like kind of, how do you categorize that?
A story trope?
I guess it's a story trope. Okay, I have the story trope, and I feel like what I've selected is actually going to go pretty well. We'll see.
Wow.
Because I really want to do a heist story.
Wow!
Oh, fun.
I feel like that's fun.
That is fun!
Yeah, I do like that.
I'm excited already for the 12 Dancing Princesses.
Oh my
Pull a
god.
heist and fall in love.
The 12 Dancing Princesses are the ones doing the heist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to be.
They have to be.
They gotta.
They have to figure out how to sneak out from their dad's house.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my god, this is fun.
And then one of them, the lead princess,
Yeah.
has to fall in love with the guy who solves the problem. He's sneaking in as they're sneaking out, and they see each other and they're like, oh my god, that's the one for me.
Or
Okay.
are we not allowed to do enemies to lovers?
Well, no, that's not necessarily enemies to lovers. It's just they didn't know each other. It's like every action movie, right? When you think about it, I've read so many of these when I was young and impressionable. And like, we'll think National Treasure as our example. You always get the one person who is like thrown into this because they're like either an expert in treasure hunting, they're in law enforcement, like there's some reason that they get pulled into it. And then the second person gets pulled into it very randomly because they're usually an expert in whatever's going on. Like in National Treasure, you've got the girl who is the historian buff and protects the Declaration of Independence.
Uh-huh.
In like Da Vinci Code, you've got, what is she? Oh, she was like related to the person that Robert Langdon had to go like investigate, right? Like there's that. So you have it's not that they're enemies, it's just like the girls are, let's say, doing the heist and like somehow this guy gets thrown into it and we need to figure out why he's there. And then they get thrown into it together to like complete the heist.
Yeah. See, I was thinking that because in the story, the guy is like a soldier.
Perfect.
Hired by the king, right? Like, to figure it out kind of thing. So I was like, what if he's like, the dad is like rich guy and the princesses are trying to break out of the house and then heist something of their dad's.
Yeah.
And this guy is like the security. Like he's supposed to be the security
They're
or
perfect.
something.
He's the guard.
Nailed it.
Oh, maybe he was hired because the dad keeps having stuff stolen.
Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out why all this stuff is getting stolen.
And it's his child the whole time.
Children, yeah.
That's hilarious. I love the idea of 12 sisters who are just like, maybe they're the bird kids, and that's why they're locked away, because they're the bird kid girls locked up in a tower or whatever, and they're the like competent, savvy heisters. And he's, like, just the everyman who kind of gets caught up in it. Like, he's the golden retriever.
He's the himbo.
Yeah! Hell yeah.
He's just happy to be included.
Oh my god, I love when this is done. It's so funny.
Okay. It's so good.
It's so
yes.
good.
Well, because the oldest daughter is, like, so competent and sexy and powerful and strong. And he's just like, oh my god, wow. I love her, and he's the damsel in distress that she keeps having to rescue.
Yep.
Okay, well then I don't know that he can be like a soldier.
Yes, he can.
He can be a guard.
Yes,
yeah.
he can.
Well, because then I'm just wondering, like, why does she have to rescue him then? Because why would he not be able to, like, do guard stuff?
He's out of his depth.
No, or it's like they're caught in a heist at some point, and somehow he's trying to stop them, but in that makes himself, like, there's damning evidence that he's the one who actually did it.
Ooh.
And then they're gonna, like, be like, oh, well, it looks like you're the one with the fingerprints that set the alarm, so sucks to be you. And then they have to, like, he's like, no, wait, blah, blah, blah. And then chaos ensues, you know?
Okay, see, I was thinking a similar thing, but I was thinking it was the dad who was trying to set him up. Like, he hired him on, but was going to frame him to make it look like he did it.
Oh.
Because,
no,
like...
I like the girls trying to blame it on him as a way to, like, get him in on their scheming. I feel like that's, like...
Oh. I thought it would be that when he finds out the dad is going to betray him, he's like, I fucked up. And that's, like, the moment of darkness where he's like, he turned in the daughters because he was like, no, it's the right thing to do. You're stealing. And then the dad is like, well, actually, it looks like you stole everything, in my opinion. I can't have my daughters going to jail.
I feel like that's the, like, third act conflict, right? Like, he goes along with them at first, and then he starts having moral doubt, and then he turns them in and realizes it was wrong.
Oh.
And then he goes to try to free them again, but they've already escaped.
Yeah, like Sam's idea. So they like, force him into helping.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then,
he's like a hostage at first, maybe.
Yeah, but then they start trusting him.
Well, because they fall in love at first sight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Insta love.
But he's a golden retriever and he's too nice, so
he's too loyal.
Betrays them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sad for him.
I'm so sad for him already.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we gotta figure out where the bird part fits in.
I think it could just be that
that's why they walked away.
12 princesses, or maybe like the 6 princesses, if we're doing it based on the Flock and Maximum Ride. The 6 princesses are locked away because they have wings and they're too delicate to go into the outside world because they have bird bones, you know?
Yeah.
And they're not actually delicate.
Maybe as, like, the Christmas theme to it is, like, they're only allowed outside on, like, the 12 days before Christmas because they're, like, angels or something. Like, I'm going back to my religious roots on this whole series again.
Yeah.
But... like, because we have to tie it into Christmas, so it's like they could be like the 12 angels of Christmas or something, so that's the only time they're allowed outside.
The dad has a big fancy party.
Yeah, and maybe the heist is like something to do with that big fancy party, and like that's the climax, is like at that party on Christmas Day, or is it Christmas Eve?
I think Christmas Eve. You have a party on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Okay, so then so, leading up to it, they're allowed to, like, be outside, whatever, so they're, like, scheming, planning, whatever, and then, the big event happens at the party. Yeah, and then every other time of the year, they're hidden away because of their genetically modified birdness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it's a thing that, like, the royal family have wings. I feel like I read that in a book once where it was like, oh, they're, like, that's... the royals, and you can tell because they have wings and no one else have wings.
Well, I was thinking it's like they're just like genetic modifications for TBD reason. But
it doesn't matter.
but they're not like supposed to show that they are real wings.
Ooh.
So like at the party, it's like, oh, it's like a masquerade or like they're dressed up. And everyone's always like, wow, this inventor dad is a genius. He's made these wings that look so real.
And maybe that ties into Sam's idea in that the 12 days before Christmas, they go out and fly out as angels and, like, drop Christmas cards or, like, care packages or whatever. And, like, people see them, like, in the snow flying around being angels. And they're like, oh my god, Christmas angels.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be at the party.
Okay. I also had an idea about that.
Yes.
The party is where they plan their escape. Because it's, like, the biggest event of the year. Everybody's going to be kind of distracted, and, like, security ramps up to keep people who aren't on the guest list from getting in, but they haven't thought about people getting out. So they've like been working to like establish this plan to escape during the Christmas party. And that's like the climax of the movie that they, well, no, because that has to be at the beginning.
Well, no, I think there's still a heist at the beginning.
They can start planning the heist at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like there could be some sort of like initial thing that they're trying to steal so that their escape is a success. And like that's like the first heist part or whatever that the bodyguard or security guard gets involved in. And that's like where we start, right? So like that's day one. It's like the first day of Christmas. They're finally allowed out. They're about to like go do their thing. So maybe like some of them go do their Christmas whatever, and then the other ones are like going to steal this thing that they need to go get out. And then the security guard comes in, and then they somehow frame him so that he then is forced to help them. And then we get the 12 days leading up to the party, which is the ultimate pinnacle event.
Yeah. What if what they're trying to steal is the genetic recombination information or something?
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
so
there you go.
So hear me out. The movie starts and it's the dad
Jeb.
Bedge.
It's
Bedge. No, he's like throwing a fit. Like this new guy has been hired by the dad, and the dad is like throwing a fit, like kicking out the old guy who used to do security, and he's saying like, they got all the way into the like safe room this time, like every time, like you never know how they got here, or like we have the top of the line security and you still can't explain how these people got in. And he's like, you're done. I'm hiring the best of the best. And so he's like hired this new guy.
Who totally lied on his resume.
Yes, exactly.
100%.
So we don't actually know it's the daughters until later.
Yeah.
Right? But it'll only be like 20 minutes into the movie where like this guy gets set up. He like meets the daughters and they all seem so like, wow, gentle bird, delicate. Like maybe he doesn't know they have wings.
Yeah.
And then like that first night where he's like trying to make sure everything's secure is when he gets framed. And it's revealed that it's like the daughters who are breaking into everything.
Yeah.
But
it has to be the oldest daughter who like catches him and they like stare at each other across the room for a second before she springs into action and like plants the key on him and flies away.
Or they have each other in like a checkmate, like where they're both sort of like holding knives to various parts of their body or something.
Ooh.
And then she's like, call yourself like the best security guard ever. And she like looks down and like the 6-year-old has like a gun pointed at him.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they backflip out the window and he's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But they fly away.
I love it.
That's amazing. I'm thinking very medieval for some reason.
I think he's like a security systems guy. Like he's got it all set up.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Yeah, so he has a gun for sure.
Yeah, I think we're in like modern days, but like more like a bit more technology.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking modern day.
Modern day, but like maybe a few years ahead of where we are, you know?
Yeah.
Like technology wise.
So they have laser guns.
Yeah. Like and the like security systems are like a little bit more high tech, like what you would typically see in these kinds of movies, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got top of the line gear, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and his gun is set to stun when he encounters them.
Exactly.
Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then the 6-year-old has her gun set to kill.
Yeah.
Yes, here for that.
I mean, if it's based on Angel, like, she's a freak.
That
she would kill
scares
somebody.
me.
She'd kill someone with a gun. She doesn't even need her gun. She killed a man with her brain.
And
spoilers if you haven't listened to the last 2 or 3 episodes.
like for the heist, right? The reason they're trying to break in is because their dad, I guess, is like, Jeb, who's genetically modifying his kids.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
They want to steal it. Like maybe the party, like on Christmas Day or something, he's set to like release the patent or something. Like, so people can buy it or something for their kids or whoever.
Oh God.
Maybe not their kids. They can buy it for themselves. Yeah. And so the daughters want to steal it so that he can't do that. Because he's just focused on making, like, weapons.
Yeah.
And
money.
Yeah, like super soldiers. But the dad thinks, like, at the beginning, maybe when he's explaining things to the soldier, he's like, he makes him sign an NDA or something so he can reveal everything. But he's just
well, and then he does the exposition monologue.
Yeah.
I've been working on this formula for 14 years.
Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, someone's trying to steal it, like, so they can make money off of it. You know, all my competitors are trying to steal it. I just don't know which one.
Yeah.
And then it's his own daughters.
I love it.
The other idea I had, if we want to tie it into Maximum Ride a little bit more, is it could be that the reason they're trying to break into, like, the secure office or whatever is to deactivate their tracking chips. Because if they go out sometimes and then have to come back, but are trying to escape, then
that's good too.
It could be they have to come back because they know they have trackers. So they need to destroy or disable the trackers before they can escape for good.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe the party every year is 12 days of him revealing, like, genetic modified people. Yeah. And so many people come into the
it's like a show.
I don't know, showroom or whatever, that they have to lower, like, the automated security systems, which is why that's the time when the kids need to break out, because the, I don't know, fucking BioShield zapper things are down because so many people are coming in and out.
Yeah, but maybe he's, like, showing off, like, this year's newest genetically engineered people, and the ones from previous years come too. So, like, everyone, like, his business partners, all of these genetically modified people all come to this party, and, like, yeah, before the reveal, anything happens, right? Like, maybe the soldier is walking around and he, like, bumps into, like, I don't know, a genetically modified, like, dog man. And he's, like, dressed up with, like, a fancy little, like, dog Christmas sweater. You know, like maybe it's just something very embarrassing or something. And he's just like, oh, I thought, aren't you, like, this guy, the, like, super soldier or whatever? And he's just like, yeah, well, when, you know, the boss rings
when he says sit, you sit.
Yeah, rings the bell or something. And he, like, indicates maybe, like, the chip on his collar or something.
Yeah.
Like, we have to come back. And so the daughters are trying to deactivate all of them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I like that.
I like
Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I don't know if this has any legs. Do we want the guard to be, like, pure himbo, or do we want him to be an experiment that, like, got away and then came back to be undercover? No, but then that negates our ability to do the betrayal. Yeah. Which I think is an important part of this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he'd want to be on their team.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Agreed. He has to be a reluctant hero.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I am also going to demand that we name every bird. Each daughter gets a different bird. And we actually pick the birds. And so, like, we pick a bird for, like, the one who's good at safe cracking. We pick a bird for the one who's the muscle, you know? And because Maximum Ride never did that. So that's what I want to do.
True. Okay.
We don't have to do it now, but when we flesh out the characters more.
Okay, one request immediately is the muscle character has to be Cassie the Cassowary.
Oh my god.
Right?
What?
Well, but then she can't fly.
She can run so good, though.
But that
well, maybe she's like,
okay, I guess you're right.
No, it could work. Like, maybe she's just like she can't fly, and that's her thing. Like, she's got the wings and everything, but for some reason, like, something went wrong in her genetic recombination, and she can't fly.
Maybe one of the other bird kids is, like, really strong and can carry her when they escape or something.
No, I like this idea, but we just can't do any flyaway scenes then.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair, okay.
Or you do the flyaway scenes, and then Cassie the Cassowary and, like, fucking Penny the penguin are just, like, scurrying along.
Absolutely
on the ground.
Penguins.
Penny the penguin is a really good swimmer.
Oh, yeah. Everyone else flies.
They live on an estate. They're probably really rich. There's definitely a lake.
There's definitely a lake.
100%.
For sure. She's gonna have to, like, swim up the, like, warm water discharge pipe from, like, the cooling system that keeps the server room cool or whatever.
Exactly, yeah!
Okay, but can she be one of those creepy, like, Anhingas instead?
Yeah. Which we talked about before. They're the, like, snake bird things. They're, like, weird cormorants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she can be Annie.
Okay, so 2 can't fly. We've established.
Oh my god,
That's
wait.
okay.
What if we make her part loon, and then she is super graceful in the water, and then she gets on land and falls over, like trips immediately. And she's like, sorry, sometimes the loon comes out.
And her name is Luna,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. Yeah. I hope someone of you is writing this down.
Yeah, I was like, I need to open a Word doc. Hold on.
When have we ever been actually that good about it before?
Never once.
Never once. I do love this. I think we really gotta lean into the Christmas part
Oh, yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we can use some of the 12 Days of Christmas birds, and that's pretty Christmassy.
That is very Christmassy, and my original idea. Oh my god.
Wow. It's all
Circle.
coming together.
So I think, what do we think that the daughters, like, are they going out for Christmas? Are we making them actually like Christmas angel-y? But maybe the dad doesn't let them like fly. Like they're like the oldest one,
wings.
Cassie Cassowary, doesn't care really, but she cares because all of her sisters aren't allowed to like go out and fly.
Yeah.
And
She's such a good big sister.
yeah.
Yeah, and the golden retriever boy doesn't care that she can't fly like the others. He likes her for her strength.
Wow.
Well, because she's a cassowary, right? So she has she has like nice legs, and love interest is in the camp that thick thighs save lives.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's the one for me. I'm a booty man.
See, I was thinking there was a moment. A booby?
Sorry.
Like the bird? No.
Can one of the kids
I
be a
mean, usually when they're a booty man, they are also a booby man.
Damn.
I'm just saying. They always ask, butts or boobs? I'm like, it's always both.
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
Are there other things?
There's a moment where he says, I'm more of a booty man. And then she's like, yeah, because Booby's my sister over there. And then it just switches to the other girl, and she's got bright blue legs.
And the derpiest booby expression.
Yeah.
Because they have the funniest faces.
I think that would be funny. Anyway, what
I
was
don't know how I feel about this.
before that? Oh yeah, no, I was thinking where you were like, I think it would be very funny if all of them fly, but then one just runs.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a scene where he's waiting on like one side of a wall, and then 11 of the 12 or 10 of the 12 fly over, and then just like the wall just gets fucking kicked down. By Cassie, and she just like is super badass for like 10 seconds, and then just like Luna comes like tripping behind her.
Just like waddles through behind her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Luna can fly. What's another flightless bird?
Right.
We could do a burrowing owl, because they can fly, but they run a lot, don't they? And also they're hilarious.
What about an ostrich?
Or an ostrich?
One should just be a turkey.
One of them does need to be a turkey.
We need to think
It's
of
very Christmassy.
Yeah, I mean, ostriches have the same skill set as cassowary, so
It's true, yeah. So why would you have both?
yeah, okay, we'll think about it.
Okay, so yeah, what birds would be best for heists?
What birds
They
would be
probably
best
need
for
a
us?
peregrine falcon
crow.
just because it's the fastest one. Oh, you definitely need a crow.
You need
Yeah.
a crow.
The crow
For
would be
sure.
the safe cracker for sure.
100%.
Yeah, would it be a crow, a raven, or like a magpie?
I think a crow, or maybe one of
crow.
each. I mean, we have 12.
That's
That's
true.
so true. I think the crow is for safe cracking
Yeah.
because they do the most
using
problem
tools.
solving and tool use.
Everyone else is like, there's water in this tube, but I can't reach the object.
Oh
and
my
the
God.
crow girl is like, don't
Oh my
worry,
God.
I
Okay,
got
wait.
this.
I just had the best idea. Okay. They're like about to break into the safe, and they're like, okay, no, we won't be able to do this without whatever her name is. And they like gesture, and he like looks over, and there's like a super goth sister, and he's like,
Yeah.
you're the safe cracker. And she's like, no. And then she moves out of the way, and there's just like a girl dressed in the most sparkling, like glittery. Like,
Oh my god.
Yes.
she's got every like 400 necklaces. She's got a bajillion bracelets.
Hell yes.
Oh, are they all blue? What's the bird that likes blue?
Oh, that's a bowerbird.
A bowerbird.
Crows like everything shiny. So
That's true.
she's got shiny everything on. And he's like,
Great,
oh,
yeah.
and you're part crow? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Love this.
I do love this.
Okay, who's the goth one, though?
What's the
'Cause we need her
most
for the
goth
joke.
bird that's not a corvid? Yeah.
Maybe she's a vulture.
A vulture,
And
yeah.
she's just really nice.
She's really nice. She shaves her head.
Yeah, projectile vomit sometimes.
Yeah, she has... I got stuck on tummy problems and couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah. Okay, I forget how many that is. Who else is in a heist team?
That's 5 so far.
The face? We need the face. So we need the
like
charismatic
a really
one.
charismatic one.
What's a
That's
very charismatic bird?
Peacock.
Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise, yeah.
Yeah.
But those are all the males.
Well, okay. If we think about what birds does everyone like?
Penguins.
I mean, crows are my favorites.
Okay, not Hannah specifically.
Like everybody in general.
Everybody, yeah.
I thought you meant everybody on
like
this podcast.
No.
Blue Jays or Cardinals?
Blue Jays, yeah, cardinal would be a good one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or like a swan. A swan.
Oh,
It's gotta be like a swan.
Yeah, a
Everybody
swan.
loves swans.
Okay, yeah, and she's like very statuesque.
Yeah, her neck is so long.
It's so long.
And she...
And also
she's
she is
mute,
a mean...
but she can punch you so
I was
hard.
gonna say, she is a mean right hook.
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Uh-huh.
So is that the brawn of the party?
Yeah, Cassie and Swan are the fighters. But Swan is also like the
Swan is
decoy.
like the visual distraction.
But I feel
Yeah.
like swans are beautiful, yeah, but I feel like like a peacock or like there's more like
There's showier birds, for sure.
and like as far as charisma goes, like I feel like peacock is a better one, but like to Hannah's point, I think this applies to all birds though. I don't know a single bird species where the female is the more eccentric looking.
Yeah.
But Sophie's more the
hear me
expert
out.
than me.
Hear me out. If we go by birds that the most people like and
Yeah.
interact with, the face of the party is just a chicken.
Or a toucan. What about a toucan?
Aw.
Okay, I was gonna say a parrot as
Yeah.
the like distraction and like good
As
at
the,
That
like,
making,
no, that
the
the
you know?
parrot
talker?
works. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
The parrot is like the charismatic, can convince anybody to do anything. can,
Yeah.
like,
Yes. Yeah,
change
yeah.
her voice, you know?
Yes. Okay.
I agree.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm on board with that one.
We took a hot crisis break.
Okay, so far, bird kids. We have the main one, Cassie the cassowary,
Uh-huh.
who's the one who can't fly. Am I saying that right? Cassowary? Cassowary?
Yeah, one of those.
One of those. Okay, so we have Cassie. We have Cassie the cassowary,
Yeah.
Luna the loon,
Yeah.
Booby the blue-footed booby,
For a joke.
Crow for a joke, Crow who is the shiny sister who cracks safes.
Yep.
We have Vulture, the goth sister who is really nice and shaves her head.
Yeah.
We have Swan, the elegant statuesque sister who can punch so hard.
And distracts people.
Yeah, we have Parrot, the charismatic distraction
Yeah.
who can mimic.
Yeah, they're best friends. Oh my god, should they be twins?
Swan and parrot?
Oh.
I feel like Swan and Vulture, no?
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, anyway. Did you read the, a little off topic, the House of Salt and Sorrow?
No.
Based on the 12 Dancing Princesses? I think there were like 2 sets of twins and like a set of triplets or something like that. It was wild.
That makes sense. I think
Yeah.
I think Vulture and Swan should be twins. No wait.
I like that.
No wait, Vulture and Parrot.
Vulture and Parrot?
Yeah,
Okay.
because then they can be just that meme that's the two sisters where one is
Oh my
goth
God.
and one is rainbow.
I love that meme.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 7.
Yeah.
Who else do you need for a heist?
Yeah. Who else do we need for a heist? I haven't
You
watched
need the
heist.
comms expert.
Oh, that's the tech.
Yeah, like the techie comms person.
Okay.
Crow again. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, there could also be like a magpie or something.
No, we gotta get
No?
creative.
Yeah.
What's the most tech? You know, pigeons are really
I
good
was-
at distinguishing.
I was just about to
shapes.
say
Okay.
Do a pigeon!
we have to have a pigeon
pigeon.
for something.
Well, pigeon has to be the tech-savvy one because pigeons live in cities.
Oh, that's a good idea. Or if not the tech savvy, she should just be the one who knows everybody. Like she knows everything that's going on with everybody.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, this person is going to be here at this time. That person's going to be here at this
Oh, the
time.
leader.
The like strategist, the tactician.
Strategist.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's the... Yeah.
Yeah, the tactician. And people always overlook her.
Yeah.
She's just like kind of, people don't really notice her.
But she knows everything.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what other birds? And what other people do we need? Okay, we still need the tech person.
Wait, did we not say it was going to be the pigeon? A pigeon is an urban, animal. If anyone's going to know technology, it's going to be the pigeon.
Okay.
I'm okay with pigeon being the tactician and the tech savvy one.
No, because we have 12 daughters, so we need to have more.
Yeah, but that's already 8.
I refuse to pull a Gasman and Iggy where they don't have any information about them.
Yeah, pigeon's allowed to have 2 character traits.
Okay, then we have to come up with 4 more character traits.
That's okay, we can do it. What else do you need for a heist? There's the one who doesn't really want to be there, but they, twist their arm into it, and it turns out they're, really skilled. Oh, like a sneaky one. There needs to be a sneaky one.
That's what I was just going to say. I think we need the scout. We need, a scout, and I think it should be a night bird. An owl.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hummingbird.
Well,
I like owl.
I like the idea of,
too.
night vision, one.
Yeah.
Or super hearing.
I like owl. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the idea of a hummingbird just, really fast. They're just fast.
Yeah. I'm going to add hummingbird to the list also.
Okay. One is an owl for night scouting. One is a hummingbird for fast.
Yeah.
Little and fast. Okay, we need 2 more.
That's 10.
Yeah. What other birds are there?
Oh, no, what else are, heist roles?
Yeah, what other
heist
roles do we need? We need someone to drive the getaway car, I don't know, I don't think that really applies here, but,
tech person?
The tech person always has to be, typing in the trunk at the last second.
Oh, sure. Okay, the car
I don't think they physically need a getaway car, but, that vibe,
Is the tech person also the code breaker? Because sometimes you need a code breaker.
I think the code breaker was going to be the...
Yeah. Is the crow.
Yeah.
Oh, we need the tiny, the terrifying 6-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that gonna be?
Oh.
What's the most terrifying small bird?
A shrike.
Oh my god, yeah.
She's a shrike.
That's why she has a knife.
Yeah. They're yeah, she's not very frightening herself, but she has knives.
Yeah.
She has knives all the time. We don't know where she gets them.
We don't know where she's the one who does the pulls all the weapons out scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's my favorite scene.
Okay, we're going through a metal detector, guys. We're gonna have to get all of our weapons out, and everyone puts down 1.
Yeah, and then Shrike just goes for 2 solid minutes.
Wait, is this the 6-year-old that has the gun pointed at our himbo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Murder 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, we just need 1 more. I like the idea of 1 is just the getaway driver.
Like a roadrunner?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a car chase in heist movies, so it kind of checks.
I feel it should be a gull. A gives no shits.
Yes.
City bird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
seabird.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ring-billed gull is the getaway driver energy.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, we didn't end up with another flightless one, but that's okay.
I think that's okay, because that's what makes her different from the other birds.
Yeah, she's not like the other bird kids.
She's not like the other bird kids. She's really tall and runs.
She's not like the other bird adults, because I'm not doing a YA.
No.
Yeah, she can be 24.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I support that.
Yeah.
We're doing new adult, baby.
Yeah.
New adult, baby. I'll run through our cast of characters so far. We have the evil dad.
Yep.
Based on Jeb. We have the himbo guard boyfriend, who does not yet have a name.
No.
We have Cassie, the cassowary oldest bird kid, who can't fly, but she can run really fast and she's super strong.
Love that.
We have Luna the loon, who is a little clumsy but a really good swimmer. There is Booby, the blue-footed Booby, who's mostly just there for the visual gag.
Yeah.
There's the very shiny sister Crow, who cracks safes and breaks codes and collects beads. Mm-hmm. There's the goth sister Vulture, who is also kind of there as a visual gag, but she's really nice. And her twin is Parrot, who's the charismatic one, who's the distraction, who's the mimic. And then there's the other distraction, Swan, the very elegant, statuesque sister who can also punch you so hard.
Yeah.
We have Pigeon, the tech-savvy one. She knows everyone and everything. She's the tactician, but people always overlook her, and she uses that to her advantage. There's Owl, the night vision scout, who has a good sense of hearing and good vision and is super, super quiet, probably. Very sneaky. There's Hummingbird, who is very fast and small. There is Shrike, who is also very small, but is extremely terrifying. And there is Gull, who gives no shits and has getaway driver energy.
Love it.
Yeah. I think
this is great.
I think to minimize the visual gag, at some point they have to like jump off something very high into the water, and the one who is the blue-footed booby does it because she can dive from really high up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like she's helpful. She just, the first time you see her, you're like, oh.
And also she seems like kind of ditzy. Like she's not all there. For sure. But then they're like, no, but she's really good at this one thing.
She's like Karen from Mean Girls.
She's also a really good swimmer, but we can't trust her to go up the correct.
She'll get distracted.
Yeah, she'll forget why she's down there.
Yeah, we just got to keep an eye on her.
She's dived into the water too many times, if you know what I mean.
I feel like the booby and the hummingbird, like you kind of got to keep an eye on them. They're a little flighty.
You really can't keep an eye on the hummingbird one.
No, she's too fast.
Oh my god, can she just always have like a smoothie? Because
like a juice box?
Yeah, she always has a juice box.
Yeah. Because she's always hungry.
Yeah. Oh my god. Great. What a great cast of characters. We should come up with anything at all about the himbo.
Yeah, okay. So if we're going to say Cassie, the oldest one, is like in her early 20s. Yeah. He's also in his early 20s. Maybe this is his first grown-up job?
No, but he has to be well known. Or maybe he was trained by like the best of the best.
Yeah, he's a Nepo kid. Like his dad is the general.
Yeah. I don't like Nepo kids. I don't want him to be a Nepo kid.
Oh. Okay, fine.
Okay.
I want him to be good at it. Like, I want him to actually be the best of the best.
Oh.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, so can he be ex-military? Or is that not okay?
Yeah, I mean, he could, I don't know, maybe he's just like, he can be an underdog who, like, beat out all the Nepo kids to become actually the best at security.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he's the best at security, how are they gonna, like, get him as a hostage?
Well, because nobody expects them to fly.
Okay, maybe. Wait, no, I thought they knew that they flew because they only come out the 12 days before Christmas.
But nobody thinks the people breaking in are the bird kids.
Are the bird kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sold yet.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I don't want him to be, like, not the best, you know? Cassie deserves the best.
But he could be the best in his own unique way. Maybe he's like, I kind of thought he was like a shit security guard, but he was like the best in every other way, you know? Like,
well, then why would he be there?
Because he was desperate for a job and like...
And Jeb fired all the other ones.
Yeah, and like maybe he just got laid off at his job, and so he was like, took the first thing he could get because he needed to buy his mom a Christmas present because she's sick.
To buy her Christmas shoes.
Or something. And like, so he just desperately needed a job, so he lied his way through to get this security job, but actually knows nothing.
How about he's like super like swole? And he's like, oh yeah, I train martial arts every day, but he actually is just like, I don't know, he's just like a gym bro who worked in a warehouse.
Yeah.
And then was like, oh, they're looking for security guards? I can do that.
Yeah, but like, in every other aspect, like, he's great, which then lets, like, her shine, but then, like, he's, like, really good to her in every other way. Like, so he doesn't have to be the best security guard, but, like, he can just be, like, the best for her. I'm making myself emo.
Okay, see, because I was not on board with dude thinks he's the best, and that's why...
No.
Right? Like, that's sort of where I thought we were going.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I was
not
like,
at all.
I don't want him to be, like, a shithead about it.
No.
No.
Like,
okay,
yeah, I can be a security guard because I'm a man, and I can do it.
No, that's not the vibe.
Yeah,
okay.
So he was a Zumba instructor.
Yeah!
And that's why he's, like, super fit. And then the gym closed, and he's like, oh, man, I need a new gig.
Yeah.
And he saw that Sir Jeb Moneybags was hiring security guards. And he's like, oh, I can do this for, like, a few months while I get back on my feet, you know?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And then there has to be a scene where they get cornered or something, and he has to do, like, a Zumba move to, like, get under a laser beam or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I feel like he has to like pull out a hidden skill from his previous life.
Yes.
Yeah, like I think he's definitely like a really athletic guy, but just not like a security guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking he was like a shithead.
No.
And I was like, I don't want
no.
that.
No.
I don't want him to be like yucky.
No, he's like the personality I have in my mind is Travis Kelce right now. So
I don't know anything about Travis Kelce,
just
but
trust
I'll take
me.
your word for it.
Thank you.
The thing is, there's like no reason that he would be the one in charge then, right?
No, he's not in charge, but he's the one on guard the night that things pop off.
Yeah, because I don't think we ever said he was in charge. He's just like there
No.
when it happens.
Well, because I don't think we should have more characters, right? Like,
No, it's his first night on guard duty, and he's like, oh my god, like, I'm guarding this room. And then he sees Crow trying to break into a room, and is like, hey, you! And she sees him and then runs away, and he chases after her, and he runs straight into Cassie the Cassowary, who, like, gets him in a headlock and drags him into a closet for the, like, are you gonna rat us out, whatever conversation?
Yeah.
And that's how they meet. And he's like, oh my god, I love women who are taller than me.
Yes.
Okay, wait, what if... So, yeah, the first night, he's guarding, and he sees them doing some shady shit, but there's, like, a brief kerfuffle, and then they have that thing where she pins him, and then it's like, oh, that's embarrassing, and then the 6-year-old is holding the gun to him.
Yeah. She's got a knife at his, like, Achilles tendon.
Yeah, and he's like, well, it doesn't matter. Like, what are you gonna do? Kill me? Like, I'm gonna tell your dad it was you guys who've been breaking into everything. I saw it.
Oh.
You know, like, there's proof, like, or I'm the one here. He's gonna accept my proof. And then they can be like, is he? And then Pigeon, like, flips her computer around. And it's, like, the security footage, but what it shows is, like, it's cut together of him going into the room with the safe or something like that.
Oh.
And it makes it look like he was, like, going to break in. And they're like, yeah, who's he gonna believe now? And this is what shows up on the security footage. And he's like, fuck. And they're like, if you tell him it's us, this ends up in the security footage. And he's like, fuck, fine.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And so that happens. And then, like, the next day, the dad is like, well, you did a pretty good job. Like, I didn't lose anything last night. Great work. Like, he did actually stop them kind of thing that night.
Yeah.
And he's like, now, maybe while you're here, like, since you're so great, maybe you can figure something else out for me. Like, he's like, so, my daughters aren't supposed to leave their room every night. But the other night,
no idea.
maybe he's like, I have, like, a heat monitor in their room.
Oh.
my God,
And it didn't show any of them in there. And he's like, I need you to figure out where they're going. So it is tying it back into the 12 princesses.
Yeah.
And so he's like, fuck, I can't say where they went because they went to go rob you. And then they'll...
Oh, and that's why they have to reluctantly work together.
Yeah. And that's why maybe he eventually betrays them, is he's just like, fuck.
Yeah. He just, like, gets caught and he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's too many lies.
Yeah.
He needs a name.
He does need a name.
Great.
The hardest part.
Travis.
No.
No.
I refuse. I think then, because we'd be canonically shipping him with someone who isn't Taylor Swift, and Sam would be sad.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't super care. It's just that, like, he's, like, the epitome of just, like, what I'm imagining. Like, just, like,
Okay.
golden retriever, good, like, just a good, genuine good guy who's also an athlete. It's a rare combination.
I mean, he could be Max.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, do that! Yeah. Yes, Max.
I like that.
Yeah. And Max is, like, the ultimate golden retriever name.
Yeah.
I love it. Yep. Found.
And then he has to
Done.
admit to someone that they're like, oh, Max, like, short for, like, Maximilian. And he's like, no, it's short for Maximum.
It's short for Maximum. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's a conversation with Cassie, probably. It's
Oh
like,
my God.
short
Okay,
for
wait.
Maximilian?
Yeah.
Like, no. Or no, she's like, oh, no, it's short for Cassowary. And he's like, oh, pause. Max is short for Maximum. And then they laugh at him.
Yeah. And his last name should be a different astronaut's last name.
Hadfield? That's the only one.
Maximum
Wait, Buzz
Hadfield.
Aldrin?
Maximum Hadfield.
Maximum
Oh, yeah.
Aldrin?
Armstrong? Maximum Armstrong.
Maximum Armstrong.
Okay, wait, I love that.
We found it.
Oh my god. Yeah, because then he, like, in his former life as, like, a personal trainer, he was like, Coach Armstrong.
Yes. There we go. We found it.
Oh my god, incredible.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so we have Max Armstrong and Cassie Wary.
CASSOWARY.
CASSOWARY. Maximum Armstrong is so funny.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
Okay, who's the dad? We can't just name him Jeb. I guess we can.
It could be Jed.
What's another biblical name?
Yeah, Jedediah.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Oh
Jebediah.
my god, what is the names?
Zachariah? What's another one?
What are the brothers?
Cain and Abel.
That one.
Oh,
One of those.
Cain.
Abel.
Which one's the murder one?
I think Cain.
I think.
I think it's Cain. Evil Bible.
Evil.
Dads.
I think Satan.
Well, I
is the
think
one.
Cain is, like, there's one of them that's bad, right?
Cain murdered his brother.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Or who's the guy that betrayed Jesus?
Judas?
Judas!
That might be too
That
on
might
the
be.
nose.
Is it too on the nose? Unclear.
Oh, there was Solomon, the guy who wanted to cut babies in half.
Oh,
That's
God.
pretty good.
Could be Saul.
Oh, Saul, I like that.
Sorry, I got distracted looking up Jebediah, the name. And I think Solomon, the one who cut babies in half, is named Jedediah. Like,
Is he really?
yeah.
Jebediah and Jedediah are different
I'm
names.
constantly being proven right.
Oh, you're right. Okay, wait. Jedediah. I thought this said Jebediah.
Yeah, no, they're two different
Aw.
names.
Jed and Jebediah. Oh my god.
The evil dad could be Jed. Or is
Jed.
that too close?
No, I think that's a regular name.
I liked, like, Solomon Saul. I liked that.
Yeah.
The worst fathers in the Bible are Eli, Samuel, David, Manasseh, and Ahaz.
Well, we're not naming him Samuel.
The evil dad, Sam.
Yeah, no.
We're calling him Jeb.
We're calling him Jed.
Okay.
Jedediah.
Jedediah.
Oh, I said Jeb with a B, but that's okay.
Nope. I'm deciding Jed
Okay.
because I think that's funny.
Yeah, I'm with
All right.
Hannah.
There's nobody else in the house. Like, that's it.
No,
that's
that's it.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else needs to be named.
Yeah.
No.
And, okay, I think this is where we normally try and put it all together. Okay, so, opening scene. Dad is like, no, new guy. What's his name? I've already forgotten. Max.
Max?
Max. Okay, wait, no, we have to figure out what Max's job is. Actually, it doesn't matter. Personal trainer, Zumba instructor, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he worked at a gym.
Yeah. He sees an ad looking for security guard over the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Urgent. And someone puts it up maybe like at his gym on the like community board.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, interesting. He looks at it and somebody at the gym is like, oh, don't take that job, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? Why? And he's like, have you even been paying attention? Like, everybody who's taken that job has gotten fired in like a week.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, don't do
But the
it.
pay is so good.
And he's just like, man, yeah, but the pay's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's Christmas. And he needs that money to buy his mom
A pair of shoes for when she goes to meet Jesus tonight.
Oh, what?
Oh my god, Hannah!
Is he dying?
That's the worst Christmas song ever made. The Christmas shoes, how he needs... The kid is like begging for money because he needs to buy his mom a nice pair of shoes before she goes to meet Jesus because she's dying on Christmas. It's the worst song ever.
No,
I
that is
don't
not
like
happening
that.
in our fun rom-com.
No, he wants
Okay.
to buy his mom some Lululemon because she wants a good, nice scuba sweater.
Yeah.
That's what I'm deciding.
Okay, wait, no, she needs like, it needs to be something important.
That's fair. Well, that's important to me.
It needs to be something life-changing.
Maybe like a nice piece of jewelry.
I
or
got stuck on the
something.
idea that he needs a PS5.
I also like that.
None of these reasons are why all of these things would make him a shitty person.
He's just a single dude in his 20s. Like, obviously he
Yeah.
wants a PS5.
But
I
he
don't know
also
what to
wants to
tell
get
you.
his mom something.
Yeah. Maybe she's engaged again after after his dad died when he was a kid, and he wants to help her pay for a wedding dress or something.
Aww.
Yeah, I like that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Done.
Yeah, he's gonna do something nice for his mom, because on this podcast, we like men who are kind to their mothers.
Yeah. Or what if it's like a Christmas thing? Like his mom has been seeing this guy with like 2 young kids. And he wants to help her buy a bunch of presents for the kids.
Okay, yeah.
Or something like that. Like Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah, and that'll help him win over Cassie, because he's gonna be really good with her horrifying tiny siblings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. He's trying to buy, like, the Barbie dream house for his stepsisters or something.
Yeah. Whatever MacGuffin you need to make a child happy. That's what he wants to buy.
My colleague's kid is desperate to get Crocs for Christmas, so Crocs.
Some Balenciaga Crocs.
Some Balenciaga Crocs.
Some Lululemon Crocs.
Yeah.
So he is like, I gotta get this job. It pays so well for like a week of work. No, it'll be 2 weeks. It's 12 days plus some.
Plus
some amount. And there's like a huge bonus. At the bottom, it's like quadruple your salary. Find out by coming to this like you have to apply for the job. Inquire at. Yeah, exactly. Not I was gonna say come to this address. I'm like, that's creepy.
That's not. Imagine if that a job posting was just like, come here.
Yeah. Come here.
Just come here.
Come here.
And the other dudes that he's talking to are just like, don't do it. That's so dumb. And he's just like, people wouldn't lie in a job advertisement.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's a himbo, so he is like, he inherently believes in the goodness of people. And he's like, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's like,
what could go wrong? It's only 12 days.
It says right here, we'll pay you for just 14 days of work. They wouldn't lie.
They wouldn't lie. People lie on the internet.
They wouldn't lie in real life.
Wouldn't do that. Oh, nobody lies in job postings.
Sweet, innocent man.
Listen, he's like 23. Like, he's got some learning to do.
Oh, I love it.
So he's like, hell yeah. So he inquires wherever. And the next scene is him at the house.
He comes here.
Yeah, he comes there. No, and he's got the job interview. Maybe that's when he calls his mom and he's like, I got a job interview, right? Like that night, he's like, I contacted them. I've got a job interview. It's just like 2 weeks of work. So I might not be able to come home for Christmas, but like, I'll see you right after, you know? It's just till the 25th. And so, great. He goes there and then is the scene of the dad kicking out the previous one or something.
Yeah, as he's like sitting outside the room waiting for his interview, he hears yelling. Yeah. And he's like, oh, what's going on? And then the door slams open and there's the like, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know that scene?
And don't come back.
Yeah.
I only pay for results is what he says as he kicks this guy out.
And then he's like, you're here for the interview. Get in here.
Get in here.
Yeah, because Jed is all like puffed up and angry that his secure rooms were almost breached or something.
Yeah. Maybe he's like not impressed at first with this guy. Like he's like, so what sort of experience do you have? And he's like, none. And he's just like,
Yeah. And then there's like a Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Scene where it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm not ex-military. Like maybe I wasn't a Navy SEAL, but you know, I work hard. I'm like really observant. All of my clients love me.
It, yeah.
You know, I take my job seriously.
Do you know how hard it is to see 200 people a day and tell every single one how they're lifting wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm observant.
Yeah.
Just
Perfect.
big himbo energy.
I
like
love
yesterday.
it.
From across the room, I saw that this guy's weights weren't secured properly.
Amazing.
Anyway, so yeah, the dad's like, okay, you know, well, I've tried experts. Maybe I just need to try someone with the right motivation. And he's like, you want this money?
Tonight.
And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, I don't know, NDA, let's go. I'll expose now.
Yeah, and it's like, maybe, because I really like the idea that he gets hired on the spot. And it's like, okay, you start, he looks at his watch, now, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sign this NDA and you're hired.
Amazing. Yeah, and then he exposits as they, like, walk down the hallway to the...
Yeah.
server room or whatever the hell that he's going to be guarding.
Yeah, maybe while they're at the gym is when we get introduced to, like, genetically recombined people.
Okay.
But it should be... is this 2 X-Men?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Do we have to, like, imply that they, like, the dad always knows where all of them are?
Oh, yeah, maybe, you were talking about, like, the guard dog.
Yeah, okay.
Man. Maybe the guard dog man is, like, looming behind the desk, you know?
Yeah.
Wearing, like, the collar.
Yeah.
And it, like, the camera, like, notices Max noticing the collar.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You know it's going to be important later.
And maybe Max is like, hey, I've seen you around the gym. Like, you haven't been around for a while. You know, and he's like, oh, it's the Christmas season. You know, the master calls. Like, the master rings the bell. We gotta come back. And he, like, taps the chip or whatever.
Yeah. I like that.
And, yeah, he does the tour of the security systems. Wow, they're all so impressive. Incredible.
And this is the room that someone has been trying to break into, and they haven't got in yet, but they've gotten too close.
Yeah, like, they've gotten through, like, there's, like, 16 layers of security, and he's like, they've got, like, they've broken each of them on consecutive nights or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, they're already through 12 firewalls and laser grids and Trojan horses or whatever.
I keep changing them up, but...
Yeah, but it's like, once they get through it once...
It doesn't seem to stop them even if I change the code or the whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then, yeah, that's when he, like, maybe there's, like, a opening, like, a cold room or whatever, and he's like, here is
Dry
the
ice.
vault, you know?
For sure.
Just like, I just need you to keep it safe until Christmas Day. Like, he's like, I'm sure you know of our renowned parties.
Yes.
That's good.
It's the event of the year.
Yeah, it's the event of the year, so I don't want it spoiled before the big day.
Yeah.
So just keep those competitors out of here until then.
And then smash cut to that evening when he's on guard for the first time.
Yes.
Love it.
And this is like the important meeting scene.
Yes.
The meet cute.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Yeah, so he sees, like, maybe he's sitting there feeling kind of bored because it's, like, 2 a.m. and he's like, oh my god, like, I'm not really used to night shift.
Yeah.
I've just been sitting here and nothing's happened. And then he, like, sees something shift and he's like, oh, what's that? And maybe it's the hummingbird, or maybe it's, like, the pigeon just, like, causing a little distraction so that the crow can sneak in.
Something whizzes by him and he's like, was that a child?
Was that a flying child?
What was that?
Going at light speed? What was that? Yeah, and then he, like, follows.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what was that? Like, oh, I gotta get up and guard. Gotta see what that was.
Yeah, so he's, like, following them, not realizing he's just following them directly into the vault room.
Yeah.
And then he walks into the vault room and he's like, huh, there's nothing here. That's weird, because he doesn't look up.
Ooh, yeah.
And he's just, like, looking around. And so he walks out of the room again.
Yeah, he walks out of the room and he sees either the crow or the pigeon doing something tech-y because he wasn't distracted for long enough. And he's like, hey! And then they see him and they bolt.
Yeah.
And he chases them.
Yep.
But he chases them directly into the clothesline big buff arm of Cassie.
Yes! Yeah.
Yeah. Or he gets knocked down, bonks his head a little bit, so he's like, whoa, stars in front of my eyes, and like, oh my god, a giant hot woman, what is going on?
But then we don't get to do the child draws on him.
No, but like there's like a moment of him being like, whoa, what is happening? Oh my god, she's hot. And then she like grabs him by the collar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then maybe he's like remembers that the dad gave him a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And so
he like grabs for his gun.
Yeah, and so he's like, oh, I don't want to hurt you, like, but I've got all of this, your dad gave me all this shit. And then she's like, I don't know that we're the ones who need to worry about getting hurt. And then she like looks down.
Yeah, and then he looks down.
The 6-year-old.
And then the terrifying baby child is like, hee hee.
Yeah.
with a knife, like, at his groin.
Yeah.
Yeah, gun and knife. There we go. And she's holding them perfectly, too. Like, it's not even like she's, like, holding them like she doesn't know what she's doing with them. Like, no, the 6-year-old knows.
She knows more than he does, because he just got his gun today.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, wait. Maybe this isn't the first moment he sees the daughters. Maybe, like, when the dad is, like, walking him around.
Oh, yeah.
They walk past, like, I don't know, the room where the daughters hang out. And the dad is just like, oh, yes, my daughters, like, decorative pieces, all of them. Like, you know, he says something, like, dismissive about how it's just for their looks kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're the main attraction at the party, obviously.
Ooh, yeah. And as he walks by, he, like, looks in the room, doesn't stop walking. And Cassie, like, looks over, and they make that, like, slow motion eye contact.
He's instantly in love. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh my god, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Yeah. But he doesn't realize she's, like, giant and buff.
Yeah.
At that moment, because they're all just, like, sitting demurely reading books or whatever.
Wearing
maybe
shapeless dresses.
Yeah, maybe they're, like, practicing. Maybe they do, like, a dance for the Christmas party. And so they're, like, practicing a dance. So they're all in, like, frilly dresses. Like, they have their feathery wings, like, held, like, Christmas angels. Like, they just look
oh my god,
very delicate and beautiful, all of them.
Very
okay, so they make eye contact as she's, like, doing a spin.
Yeah.
So her, like, hair is, like, floating and her dress is whooshing.
Oh, she's doing that thing where she spins and she's spotting, and when she's spotting, she's looking at him as she spins. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And his heart skips a beat.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh my god, that's cute.
Yeah. He, like, missed whatever the dad had just said.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Which is why he recognizes her immediately that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, maybe he doesn't even have to hit his head. He's just like, oh, shit, it's his daughters.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's part of why the Shrike gets such an easy jump on him, because he freezes for a second. He's like, oh, it's her.
Oh my god, wait.
And then, oh god, a child.
Oh my god, wait. Okay, wait. No, instead of him being like, I'm gonna, like, your dad gave me all these weapons, right? Like, yeah, she, like, clotheslines him or whatever. He, like, loses orientation for a second, and then he, like, is like, what are you guys doing? You're distracting me. I'm supposed to be looking for robbers.
Yeah, it's like, did you see, like, I'm chasing a criminal or whatever.
Yeah. Like, were you guys also chasing him? And then...
Well, because he thinks he has to protect them, right? He's like, no, I'm chasing someone. Like, it could be dangerous. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, wait. Dangerous for you, maybe.
Yeah,
no, what if that's how they trap him into it? They're like, yeah, follow us. He went this way.
Ooh, yeah.
And then they, like, that's how they incriminate him.
Ooh,
because then they're like, the video footage shows you going into a room with his daughters.
Ooh,
yeah, there we go.
What are you doing and going into a room with his daughters?
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, like, they lead him back to, like, their rooms or something. Like, they're like, yeah, he went this way. And then they're like, now we have footage of you breaking into his daughter's rooms. What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, well, he can be like, no, like, I'll tell them otherwise. And, who's the tech one? Pigeon will be like, oh, no, sorry, we have you on video and audio. And then the parrot mimics his voice saying
beautiful.
Something.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, and, like, the whole time Swan is just like, oh my god, thank you so much. We, like, didn't know what we were gonna do. Like,
yeah.
They're all just, like, 100% playing it up. But the moment where he's like, oh my god, did you guys see the robbers? Like, the audience knows that they were the robbers because they all exchange looks like, is he for real?
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, he went this way.
He's like, oh, he went this way.
Oh, it's so
like,
funny.
oh, I think he went into this room. Oh, I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe maybe you and like the teenage one, like, maybe you and her can go look. And then they're like, you just went into a room alone with his teenage daughter. What are you gonna do about it?
Amazing. Yeah. He gets bamboozled, and then they just, like, drop the act immediately, and they're like, all right, like, we have you at our fucking mercy.
Yeah, because maybe they, like, get the incriminating footage, and then they also steal, like, maybe he has, like, the blueprint of the building.
He has, like, a key card.
Yeah. So they take that. Well, I don't know if they could take the key card, because then he wouldn't be able to do anything for the rest.
That's true. Good point.
But he has, like, an actual blueprint of, like, in the walls, the electrical or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they take that from him, and he's like, fuck. Wow, what a good meet cute.
Yeah, this is great.
And he's like, he says something like, I trusted you, while looking at, like, Cassie. And she's like, well, or he's like, I thought, I don't know, I thought you were cute or something. Like, he says something like that. And she's like, well, good news. We're going to work together a lot in the future as you help us break into that safe.
Nice.
Yeah. Perfect.
Amazing.
What's the rest of the plot? Great question.
Good job.
None of it matters.
Then they figure out how to do the heist.
Yeah, they do the heist, and then they fall in love in the end.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, we got hyper-focused.
Yeah, it happens. The best scene.
Yeah. Yeah, so they plan the heist. The heist occurs while, I guess, Pigeon the tactician is giving a voiceover of what everybody's role is going to be.
Yeah.
You know? How they do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it happens on Christmas Day during the party, and then it cuts to the party.
Yes.
And, like,
wait, Christmas Day or
Swan
Christmas
and
Eve?
Parrot are like, you know, oh yes, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the charismatic, pretty ones are, like, distracting in the crowd, so nobody notices that not all of the sisters are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they say something like, oh, yeah, when Parrot and, or whatever their names are, when Parrot and Swan are, like, at maximum force, you know, then people don't notice that there's only 11 sisters instead of 12.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's when Cassie and the security guard have to... Listen, we can't actually do a heist because that takes a lot of thinking. So they're doing
and
something...
I'm 2 drinks in.
Yeah, like, there's something about how Swan and Parrot have to cause, like, a kerfuffle based on, like, some of the people who are at the party.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe they need to kidnap the security guard because there's some kind of biometric locks.
Oh.
And they need him specifically to open the locks.
Okay.
Yes. There's, like, one door that only he can get through into the vault room.
Yeah.
And so they have to, like, bring him along for every other step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's just, like, frog marching him along.
Yeah.
And then at first he's very reluctant to help, but then Cassie or one of the other girls does some exposition into their sad backstory and what they're trying to achieve, and he's like, oh my god, I had no idea. And they're like, nobody understands.
Yeah, maybe
they only see what he lets them.
Yeah.
Maybe they're, like, at the party and, like, yeah, the 12 dancing princesses is like the end, but, like, leading up to it, there's the 12 days of Christmas. So he's like, he's presenting all of these, like, genetically recombined humans. Mm-hmm. And the security guard is, like, watching while, like, with Cassie maybe they're off to one side.
Yeah.
And he's just like, man, like, it's really impressive what your dad's done. Don't you think it's, like, I know it's, like, probably sucks for you. Like, he's like, it probably...
Wait, does he know that they're
I think they
at this point?
flew when they met.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Yeah.
Like, I think they all flew away kind of thing.
Except Cassie, who
Cassie,
just fucking
who ran away. Yeah.
Booked it.
Yeah. But I think... Right, like, he's done this before where he's, like, genetically recombined humans with stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, it's like, still pretty impressive that he did this. Like, no one's ever done anything like that before. And she's like, yeah, and what does he do with it? He chooses to, like, control people like the watchdog guy. Like, she's got him doing, like, dog tricks. Yeah. Just because he can, you know?
Yeah, it's like, he trains us like zoo animals or something, or like circus animals.
Yeah. All because of the goddamn chips he puts in everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Or yeah, it's like the guard dog is doing some kind of embarrassing trick. And it's like, oh, you think, I don't know, Charlie over there would be doing that if he had any say in it? Like, he controls all of us.
Yeah. Maybe the security guard doesn't know that they want to deactivate the chips. That's the goal. Maybe they just tell him they want to steal from their dad.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say that he wants the money for something. He's just saying, I took this job for the money, you know? So they both kind of think badly of each other.
Yeah, but they're so conflicted because they're so hot.
They're so hot is the one thing about it.
That's the one problem is like, man, he's like such a nice guy and he's so hot and he doesn't care that Cassie is a bird who can't fly.
Aww.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
If only he wasn't such like a shallow jerk who like took this job preventing them from escaping just for the money or something.
But wait, I thought
And he's like, wow, I can't believe these people would try to steal from their father after everything he did for them.
Maybe there's like a scene where it's like stuff falling from the ceiling trap of some kind, like full on Indiana Jones trap.
Hell yeah.
And
love that.
Like Cassie grabs him and like kicks the thing away or whatever.
Yeah, with her powerful legs.
Yeah, like that, something like that. And then, like, a couple seconds later, like, maybe her sisters all got around it by flying away. Like, they all flew out of the way, and then he couldn't get out of the way, and neither could she. So she grabs him and, like, kicks it out of the way to save them both. And she's just like, I mean, yeah, I'm the oldest, but it's hard being the, like, most useless one. Like, everyone else can fly, and I can't.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'd rather have someone who can kick a fucking boulder out of the way.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh my god, I'm in love.
Yes.
Like, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. My god, I love the idea that she just does something super badass and he's instantly like, wow.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then he says it and she's like, oh my god, wow.
Maybe because everyone else for their like dance, they all have their real wings out as their like angel wings, and she has to wear fake ones.
Aww.
Because hers are just like tiny and dorky.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, that's sad. Poor Cassie.
Poor Cassie.
She's so strong, but
she's so strong.
nobody understands.
Nope.
She puts it on for other people.
Yeah.
Nope. Like, she has to be strong for everyone. She can't let down her guard.
None of her sisters
but maybe
get
in
it.
front of this one. Nobody gets it.
Maybe
Except
a
him.
regular human would.
Yeah. Well, because she doesn't have to be strong for him.
Wow. But only like physically.
Wow. Yeah, she can be physically strong for him.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what she's good at.
Okay, so they do the heist somehow, with the kicking scene, and then like in the moment, they're like, okay, maybe what it is that they've gone through this whole thing, and like during the heist is when it's revealed that like he wants the money to like help his mom for Christmas, and like no, they're not there to steal stuff. They're there to like free themselves from the chips. And it's like in that moment it's revealed that like they've gotten into the vault, they've done it, right? Like, and they're like, oh my god, we did it. And then like the alarms start going off and like the doors seal or whatever. And they're like, what? And then it like the dad comes in and he's just like, well done, Max. And like,
No.
And Max had like made sure that something on his person like set off, like he didn't bring his pass card or something, you know?
Yeah, you needed to like input the code twice to keep the alarm from going off.
If you don't put it in twice or something, then the alarm goes off. Yeah. And so he's like, I'm sorry, like I did it before I knew the whole story, like it was right at the beginning.
Do most of the smaller kids get away and then it's just like one of them gets trapped, or no?
No, I think what happens is the house locks down, maybe. Like, maybe the whole house locks down. And so he's like, go to your room.
Yeah.
And all the daughters, like, have to go back to their room where they're, like, locked in or something. And Max, like, feels like shit. And he's like, And the dad's like, well, you did good work. And he's like, you know, I didn't think it was my daughters. And I can't really have that. You know, like, I can't have my daughters being the ones who broke in.
Oh, he's so evil.
Yeah, so he's like, I think it was you the whole time, you know?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So he's gonna, like, frame him for it.
Yeah. And they wouldn't know, except maybe Hummingbird, who was very fast and got away.
Yeah, maybe, oh my god.
Was spying or something.
Maybe it's like, Dad, you didn't fucking notice that there were only 11 daughters and not 12.
Yeah.
And, like, Pigeon is out.
Oh my god. Because nobody notices
Nobody
Pigeon.
notices Pigeon.
Yeah. And she's like, wow, Dad, that's some really incriminating,
Yeah, that's some really incriminating bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the dad is like, tomorrow I'm about to reveal the whole new line of purchasable genetic recombination. Like, armies everywhere are gonna want this. And he's like, but they won't know that I'm selling to both sides or something like that.
Yeah. They pull the exact same trick on him that they did on Max at the beginning.
Exactly.
Where it's like, wow, I can't believe you said you were going to be selling weapons to everybody. And he's like, oh, I never said that. And then everybody looks at Parrot and she just kind of grins and then says it in his voice.
Yeah.
And we come full circle.
That's
good.
Wow. That's pretty good.
This is great. Yeah.
I think so the girls have been locked up. Pigeon is still out. Is it Pigeon?
Mm-hmm.
Are we saying Pigeon is still out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she releases Dude Bro. She's like, you're an idiot, but anyone with eyeballs can tell. Go rescue my sister. Yeah. And all the other ones too, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go rescue my sister. Also my other sisters.
Yeah, also the rest of them. And he's like, wait. And she's like, you know which one I mean.
Yeah. Like, everybody can see it.
Yeah.
And maybe fucking, like, Shrike was also out and is just standing behind her and is like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe he gets to the door and Cassie's already kicked it down.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't need to be rescued.
Yeah.
Or he, like, gets in the door and she's, like, kicked out the window and the other kids are, like, mid-jumping out the window. She's like, oh my god. You're late again.
Wow.
I love the idea that she just, like, kicks down doors all
I love it. It's such a good idea.
It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, he's like, I gotta go save them. And then, like, the door is kicked open. Everything's chaos. And he's just like, oh no. And then she, like, she catches him again. Like, he's like, oh, he runs around the corner and she, like, clotheslines him and, like, pins him against the wall. And she's like, I don't know. How do they resolve it? Sam, you're good at this.
She grabs him, pins him against the wall.
Oh yeah, thinking
he starts trying to apologize.
Yeah.
But she already knows everything because Pigeon told her.
Yeah.
So she does the shut up kiss on him.
Yes. Hannah nailed it. I didn't even have to jump in.
I got it.
Yeah, that was good.
Crushed it.
Sorry, the bourbon is fogging my brain at the moment.
That's fair.
But that was good. That was great.
Too many.
Too many bourbons.
Yeah. And she's like, good, because I got, like, the whole world ahead of me. And maybe at one point when they were doing a heist, he was like, oh my god, you've never been to, like, this specific diner? And she's like, dude, I've never been to any diners. And he's like, yeah, you gotta go. They have the best, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like,
the best fried chicken.
Yeah.
And then he's like, do you eat fried chicken? And she's like, yes, I'm a human.
Yes. And he's like, well, I was just asking.
Yeah.
But he's just, like, being super himbo about it. And she's just like, yeah, I'd like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when he betrays her. But
no.
Right? Because it's so right as they get into the vault.
They have their, like, heart to heart.
Wait, why is he betraying her? What did we agree to this? I don't want this.
No, I mean, it's the part where he's, like, acts like, from the beginning, he, like, left his key card behind. Because he was like, when we get through all of
okay, sorry. I got
Yeah, back at the
bourbon.
Original betrayal.
Yeah, this is not after the kiss.
Yeah, it's just the one. No.
Okay, I get it.
But right before
there's only one betrayal.
Is when they have the conversation that's like, oh my god, I'll take you to this diner. It's so good. And she's just like,
I thought you were throwing
I'd like that.
I thought you were throwing a double betrayal in on me.
Oh my god, a double betrayal.
No.
We can't handle that.
No, my brain can't handle much at the moment.
I mean, we have been recording for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then they go to the diner and it's great.
The end.
Yeah.
And he sees the dog man who just, like, all he ever wanted to do was be one of those street performers who pretends to be a very still gold person. That's all he ever wanted to do. And they see him when he's walking down the street and he's like, oh my god, he can do that now because he doesn't have a chip in him.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Guard dog sees them and just like winks, but doesn't
Does
move.
a wolf whistle because he's a dog.
Okay.
Oh.
He howls. Ow.
Yeah.
Maybe all he ever wanted to do was be a fireman. And every time they get on a call, he howls with the siren.
He's part Dalmatian. Anyway, and then they go to the diner and it's great. And across the billboard at the newspaper stand that still exists, because it's futuristic 2006. That there's just like
the bicycle courier,
billionaire scientist discredited.
Yeah, arrested and genetically modified humans receive full rights. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, we did it.
We did it. We hand wave some stuff, but we always do.
Wait,
I
no.
think it's okay.
They go to the diner after and with his mom and the kids that they got the Christmas presents for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And the kids are like, oh my God, a real Christmas angel. And she holds out her dumb little tiny wings and she's like, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Amazing.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at the family house. They're at the family house for Christmas and after this, and the kids have like cut off the lawn. They're making like toy Christmas angels for the top of the tree, and they make one with tiny dinky little wings.
Aw, yeah.
And it's cute.
And that one's for Cassie.
That one's for Cassie.
Wow, I love it.
Sorry, I just had to make sure it was Christmassy.
No,
I kept forgetting that there was Christmas.
Forgetting that it was Christmas.
It was based around the 12 days of Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Christmas
and
in there for sure.
cassowary in a pear tree.
Nailed it.
That's what Pigeon says at the end and like looks into the camera. Pigeon's everybody's favorite character.
Pigeon is everyone's favorite character.
Yeah, Pigeon is great.
Yeah.
I feel like if we hadn't been recording for 2 hours already, we should make a side romance plot with like Swan or Parrot, because I think it would be funny, but I don't want to anymore.
I don't think I have it in me to do that.
I don't either.
No,
I think we did a great
sequel.
job.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to come up with a name.
Oh, yeah.
The 12 heists of Christmas.
Whoa.
I'm like, it's got to be something.
Yes, okay. The 12.
What's the highest number of birds they get? Is it 8?
Yeah.
Geese? 8 geese?
8 geese a laying.
I think it's 8 geese a laying.
I mean, I sort of like the 12 heists of Christmas.
But it's only one heist.
Yeah, but they're leading up to it over the 12
Yeah, they've
nights,
been breaking in.
They're planning it.
Every day.
All right.
It's
All right.
like Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 11. I don't know what the original is. It's Ocean's 11, I think. But anyways.
Yeah.
It's the 12 heists of Christmas.
No, we can do it. The 12. Okay, 12.
All I want for Christmas is a big ol' heist.
I feel like this is the hardest part.
What about
It always is.
It is.
the 12 birds of Christmas revenge?
The revenge of the 12.
Revenge of the 12 Christmas birds.
Revenge of the
God.
4 calling birds.
Oh my god, we should have made a French hen. I was like, nobody knows why she has that accent.
True. Nobody knows why she's French. That's why I wanted one to be a chicken.
Bonjour.
Damn it.
The chicken would also be funny.
That's what a hen is.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just call it Ocean's 12 Days of Christmas?
Oh, that's also funny.
That is funny.
Ocean's 12 Days of Christmas is pretty good.
Mission Impossible.
Is Mission Impossible a heist movie?
I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Not really, but maybe. I've never seen one either, I don't think.
Is there something that we can do with Heist Miss? The 12 Days of Heist Miss.
Oh,
12
there you
days
go.
of
12
Heist
days
Miss.
of Heist Miss.
I'm okay with that.
12 Days of Heist Miss.
There we go. It's done.
The 12 heisting princesses.
Also good.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Nailed it. Done.
A very
All right.
merry heist.
Wait, which one?
Miss. It's...
A very merry heist miss. No, I like the 12 Days of Heist Miss because it ties in both the dancing princesses and the birds.
Yeah, and the 12
the
the 12 dancing princesses or this. Whoa.
Yeah.
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 How many of
Yeah.
How many is this?
Yeah, I think the last line was 12 dancing birds.
Birds. 12 other birds also.
12 dancing bird kids. 5.
Cold
And a cassowary in a pear tree. Okay.
Oh, Sophie, you know what time it is?
Oh, no.
It's time for you to do the elevator pitch.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I forgot about that. Did I do this last time? I feel like I put my foot down.
No,
and I
you
wasn't
did
gonna
it.
do it last time.
No, you definitely did it.
Oh, God, I'm already sweaty. Okay. I've forgotten immediately the entire plot of our movie. Okay. Here it is, the elevator pitch for our brand new Hallmark Christmas film, our first ever action adventure. Hear me out. An action adventure Hallmark rom-com. It's never been done before. It's Ocean's something, one of the numbers, meets the 12 Days of Christmas, the song. Your two favorite things. Also, heists. Wait, that's Ocean's, whatever. Anyway, moving on.
That's implied.
Ocean's number meets the 12 Days of Christmas, plus romance. We have Maximum Armstrong, a personal trainer working at a gym that maybe he owns, we're not sure, but he's short on cash. And his mom desperately wants to make a wonderful Christmas for her stepchildren. Thinking he has the perfect solution, Maximum Armstrong takes a job with the local asshole billionaire, Jed. Jed is about to throw his annual party of the year, Christmas party, where everyone, rumor has it, there's going to be his biggest reveal yet from his company. So Max is hired almost immediately. Jed reveals that someone has been trying to break into his incredibly secret vaults, but nobody's in his house. He doesn't know who it can be. It must be a competitor. As they're walking around, they pass what will be one of the crowning parts of the party, his 12 daughters, preparing for a beautiful dance. Maximum Armstrong makes immediate, critical eye contact with Cassie, one of the daughters.
Eye contact.
Critical, not like bad, like important to the plot.
I know. Well aware.
The 12 beautiful, delicate daughters are preparing for their dance to showcase their incredible wings, which their father, Jed, has pioneered as part of his genetic engineering experiments. But his daughters are purely decoration, really. Nothing to see here. So they move on. Max Armstrong gets the whole rundown of the safe. The only important part is that if Max ever enters the vault room without his key card on him, the alarm will go off once he enters the vault room. So, now that he's prepared for his work, he begins. It's the first night. He's protecting the vault. Nothing is happening. At like 2 a.m., there is suddenly a noise, as if something whizzes right past him. Suspicious. Max follows it, but sees nothing. So walks back and sees 2 of the daughters, who run away very quickly. He chases them. He follows them into a room. And he's like, oh my god, were you guys chasing someone? I saw someone trying to break into the vault. And they were like, yeah, he went this way. And the daughters lead him into another room, at which point he is trapped by Cassie, his future love interest. His immediate love interest. His now love interest. He finds himself bamboozled, tricked into working with them, because it turns out they were the ones trying to break into the vault. All 12 daughters are there trying to break in, and he is tricked with incriminating evidence that he entered a room with Jed's 2 teenage daughters.
Yuck.
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 With Parrot revealing that she has mimicked his voice perfectly, incriminating him further. So he's forced to work with them as they prepare for their heist on the big day, Christmas Eve. The heist goes off without a hitch. Cassie and Max Armstrong build a beautiful relationship based on mostly understanding that Cassie can't fly.
Aww.
They both do character growth on that front. Yeah. Right before they enter the vault, there is a general reveal on both sides that actually the girls just want to be free from their father's clutches, and Max just wants money for his mom for Christmas. And they all realize that, oh wait, maybe you aren't so bad after all. Except Max has purposefully not brought his key card into the vault. And the alarms go off. Betrayal.
No. Betrayal.
Betrayal. And then a double betrayal, because Jed, after locking all of his daughters up in their room, admits that he's going to blame or pin it all on Max so that his daughters aren't arrested for robbery? Something like that.
Something would happen for sure.
But because he's such a bad dad, he hasn't realized that he only locked away 11 daughters. And Pigeon comes to the rescue, freeing Max to go. Then he can go free the other sisters, I guess, for some reason.
It's part of Pigeon's master plan.
Yeah, and Pigeon has to incriminate the dad more, I think, is probably what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And so Max gets there, but Cassie has already freed herself and all of her sisters and catches him in another headlock, much like their first meeting or second meeting.
Wow, the parallels.
And he's like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, I know. And then they're in love and they go to a diner and have a Christmas together.
Yeah.
The end.
Wow. What a good movie.
That's great.
What a good movie. I would watch this heist movie.
I would watch this heist movie.
The 12 Days of Heistmas. Coming soon to a theater near you. Channing Tatum will play.
That's who I've been envisioning this whole time.
Armstrong.
Channing Tatum with Travis Kelce's personality. Anyways,
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's perfect. It's beautiful.
Cassie will be...
Whoever played Holga in...
I was just about to be like Tessa Thompson or whoever played
Michelle
Holga.
Rodriguez, I think.
Florence Pugh? Or wait,
No.
who?
No. Florence Pugh is Swan, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
who were you thinking?
No, Michelle Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure. She played Holga in the
In Dungeon
D&D
yeah,
movie.
Dungeons
And I think she's in the Fast and Furious franchise, so she has,
She is, yeah.
action movie chops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're too old, both Channing Tatum and her.
They are
look,
much too
yeah.
old.
We're making a Christmas rom-com as 30-year-olds, so we're picking people we
fair.
know.
Yeah. Also, this is all fake, so we're just gonna de-age Channing Tatum so he is the appropriate age to play.
Yeah, Channing Tatum as seen in the second Dirty Dancing movie. Was that him?
You mean Magic Mike?
No, he was in a Dirty Dancing movie, wasn't he?
What?
Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Okay, so yeah, imagine these actors and actresses and then just, if they were younger.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do that.
Perfect.
We can just imagine them as they are. But anyway, I think we crushed it. Who cares who plays Jed?
Whoever played Obadiah Stane in the first Iron Man movie. I don't know who that was, but that guy.
He was really good at that.
He was really good at that.
Wow, okay, we crushed it. And I'm sure there will be many more sequels to come. The 13 Days of Chris Heistmas, the 14 Days of
Technically, you could get a 12 series romance book
Oh
my God.
out of this because you just have one book for each sister.
2 heists,
I can't
2
wait.
mass.
2 days, 2 heists.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to Booby and Gull's movies.
Oh, we forgot to mention Gull, at all.
Gull was just not there. Luna, Booby,
There's 12
Vulture.
of them,
Gull gets them
guys.
out when they escape the house. Anyway.
Yeah, they're all very important supporting cast, but they don't have major roles.
I'll read this whole series. And it'll be the characters that I think are going to have the worst books that are going to have the best one, and I'll be mad about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did it.
Yes.
And
that was good.
The end of it.
Wow. We've had a lot of fun here today.
Yeah.
If you liked this installment of Midlight Christmas, consider rating and reviewing us on Spotify or your podcatcher of choice. You can talk to us and find fun-related content on social media. We are at Midlight Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. And all chapters of the show thus far are available on our website, midlightpod.podbean.com, and on YouTube.
Keep your heist safe this Christmas.
The title generator just gave me triple candy cane danger.
That's good.
Set an eggnog protocol.
Indiana Jones and the sudden sleigh bell time.
All right. Merry Crisis to all.
And to all, a good night.
And to all, a good heist.
Okay.
5
That's enough of
gold
that.
rings.
Bye. Shut up.
I'm going to bed.